Alright, so my little sister called up and asked if I could make her husband a salt cellar for Christmas. I just happen to have a chunk of this flowering apple wood that has some really beautiful character to the wood. So I figured this would be a prime piece for using. So thought it'd be kind of cool if I give her a video of how her Christmas present was made along with it as kind of an extra gift. So I'm going to run this through my joiner, give me something square to work with, and then I'll cut it out and hollow out that piece of wood. Alright, now that I've got four nice smoothed out edges, it's not quite perfectly square, so I'm going to run this through my planer. I got a nice square side here, so I can plane this down, plane each one, that way I know I got four perfect square sides to work with, and then we'll cut it down and continue on. Alright, so I just ripped off the top of that board over there, so that I'm going to use this for the lid, for the top and for the bottom. But it's got a little tiny hole in it right here that I need to try to plane out. I'm not sure how deep it goes, I'm hoping not all the way through. So I'm going to run this through the planer down, get it so it's quite a bit thinner, since I'm just going to drill a big hole right through the base of that, and then this will be the lid and the base. Well, from looking at this, just use to clean this out. Now this is a burl, so it does have like some growth and some imperfections in the wood, which gives it great character. But what that also means is sometimes you get these little pockets like this, where the tree is actually rotten all the way through. So these actually go almost down through the entire depth. So I think I'm only going to be able to salvage this end of that board to make the lid. So I guess this will be the lid on this half, and then I guess for the base I'll have to come up with something else. I'll just kind of keep going with it. It's what it is. Alright, so what we're going to try to do now is find as close to dead center as possible here. Let's see what overall 3 3/4, huh? I think that's going to work. So that gives me an idea now. I can run this back through my joiner, get all these edges where they're all perfectly square, and then I can take that router and run my router and hollow that out. I think we'll be in business. Well, that's where we're at so far. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go grab my Dremel. Take my Dremel and see if I can't smooth out the base and kind of smooth this out a little bit. And I think that'll be plenty deep enough.
Alright, so I got the inside, I hand sanded it. I kind of left some of the tool marks just because I thought it might look kind of cool. So I didn't sand them all out, but I did it all by hand here. So I'm going to do one last sanding on the outside. Next thing I need to do is make the lid. I like the colors and the texture to this one, so I think I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to lay this out, draw down where I need to cut it down to, and then I'm going to put this lid on here. I'm going to use this little metal rod, drill a hole so that it has my pivot, and then I'll need to go get a magnet so that it kind of holds it down. So let's trace out this lid here, and we'll get it cut out. Well, maybe I'll just drill right through so that way you'll be able to see where the hinge is at. Yeah, maybe I'll do that so that way he'll have an indication of which one's the top of it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get this thing, I'm going to kind of clamp it together to hold it in place so they don't move. And then I'm going to go ahead and drill and get the little pivot on it and go from there. So let's get a drill bit. Go.
Alright, so I got the little slider all epoxied in. I still obviously need to sand it down so it'll all be nice and flush. Moves quite nice and easy on there. I think I might trim it down just a hair, and then I'm just going to sand down the lid here. I went ahead and just picked up a couple of real basic magnets today. So now I just need to mark and drill my spot where I want both of these magnets to sit. I'm just going to go a little deeper. Okay, so here's my salt cellar all complete. I just got the final sanding and final sealant done tonight. All I did was use chopping block oil. This is the top lid. The greens on this one are going a different direction just for a little difference in character. This turned out just amazing. The lid here just kind of slides off. I do have the magnet, and then on the base of this just have a small piece of metal here to kind of keep everything pivoting, so when you actually put this on and drop the lid down, when he closes it, it will hold it in place. So that just kind of holds it there. Each edge of this is all cut from one chunk of wood, but really has really cool texture, cool colors. I mean, I just love this wood. It's really, really cool. This is from a burl, so I left a small piece of damage that was from it just to give it some more character. It's not a full depth going all the way through, but just enough on the edge of it there. So each side just has a really cool character to the wood. I just absolutely love it. So that's pretty much it. This is 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Should be plenty big for quite a large amount of salt for a little salt cellar. It's my first time ever making one of these, but hopefully my little sister likes the way it turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. I might have to start making some of these for my kitchen as well.